What if perfect happiness came at the cost of free will? That's the chilling idea behind Pluribus, the sci-fi hit of late 2025 that's far more than a typical post-apocalyptic show. Beneath its quiet surface, it asks big questions about freedom, identity, and what makes us human. An alien virus called the Joining turns most of humanity into a peaceful hive mind. No conflict, no pain. Total harmony. The catch? No choice. Carol Sturka, one of the few immune, refuses to give up her individuality, becoming an unlikely symbol of resistance in a world that chose comfort over freedom. The genius behind Pluribus. If you've seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, you probably know that Vince Gilligan is a master at blending deep character study with high-stakes drama. So, when Pluribus hit Apple TV, expectations were high. Fans of Gilligan's earlier work were ready for a show that would offer more than just flashy special effects and mindless action. And Pluribus delivered on all fronts. But it wasn't just Gilligan's direction that made Pluribus such a hit. The show's heart and soul are carried by Rhea Seehorn, whose portrayal of Carol Sturka is nothing short of magnetic. Carol is funny, cynical, and impossibly real. A character you can root for even when she's pushing everyone away. Seehorn's performance earned her accolades from critics and audiences alike, cementing her as one of the standout talents of 2025. With her biting wit and emotional depth, Carol quickly became a character fans were invested in, eagerly following her journey as the last free-thinking human in a world that has decided to settle for blissful conformity. Why fans fell in love. Pluribus doesn't fall into the typical sci-fi trap of overwhelming the audience with complex jargon or bombastic action sequences. Instead, it's a deeply philosophical show about what it means to be human. It asks questions that make you pause, think, and wonder about the essence of individualism and collective harmony. Is happiness really all it's cracked up to be if it comes at the expense of free will? Can we truly be our best selves without struggle, without opposition? These are the fundamental questions that the show explores through its compelling characters and hauntingly quiet world. The beauty of Pluribus lies in its restraint. It doesn't need to bombard you with flashy G or artificial tension. Instead, it thrives on its character-driven storytelling, turning the most mundane moments into profound reflections on existence. This isn't just a sci-fi show for the sake of spectacle. It's a show that invites you to look inward, to challenge your own beliefs about what makes life worth living. Love it or hate it. One of the most polarizing aspects of Pluribus has been its pacing. Some fans love the slow, deliberate build-up that gives each moment weight, while others find the series a bit too slow for their tastes. There's no denying that the show takes its time to develop its characters and themes. The world of Pluribus is eerie, quiet, and unsettling, and it can feel like a meditation on humanity's future. But for those who enjoy their sci-fi fast-paced and action-packed, this slower burn can feel like a drag. However, for many, this pacing is exactly what makes Pluribus so special. In an era of high-octane, plot-driven shows, Pluribus asks the viewer to sit with its characters and reflect on the bigger questions. It's a slow and steady journey, one that doesn't rush to resolve the mysteries it presents. This style of storytelling creates a rich atmosphere, and for fans who appreciate a deeper dive into character psychology, Pluribus is a gift. Record-breaking and award-winning. From the moment Pluribus debuted, it shattered Apple TV's streaming records, earning the title of the most watched original drama on the platform. Not only was the show a critical success, but it also sparked a massive online fan base that eagerly dissected every episode. The debates were passionate, the theories were wild, and the fan art was, well, endlessly creative. Critics, too, couldn't stop singing its praises. With a staggering 98% score on Rotten Tomatoes, Pluribus became a darling of the 2025 television season. The critical acclaim was particularly focused on the show's originality, the strength of its writing, and the exceptional performances of its cast, especially Rhea Seehorn. It didn't take long for Pluribus to sweep up awards, and Seahorn's portrayal of Carol earned her a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Drama Series. The Season 1 finale. Season 1 of Pluribus ended with a bang, or rather, a mind-bending twist that left fans on the edge of their seats. Without giving too much away, the finale threw viewers into a whirlwind of uncertainty and raised more questions than it answered. Carol's fate hung in the balance, and the final moments introduced a new character, a mysterious figure who could be either a friend or foe. The season's cliffhanger didn't just wrap up the season, it set the stage for what promises to be an even more complex and thrilling Season 2. The finale's open-ended mysteries sparked a tidal wave of fan theories. Was the joining really as benevolent as it appeared? Who is Manousos, and what role does he play in Carol's journey? Will Carol ultimately join the others, or is she destined to be their enemy? The finale didn't just satisfy the audience, it left them desperate for answers. What to expect from Pluribus Season 2? As of January 2026, Pluribus has officially been renewed for Season 2, and fans are eagerly awaiting its arrival. But, as with most great shows, the next chapter won't come overnight. Vince Gilligan and his team have made it clear that they're not rushing the process, and that's a good thing. Gilligan's reputation for delivering high-quality, meticulously crafted shows means that Pluribus Season 2 will be worth the wait, even if it takes longer than anticipated. The early updates suggest that the second season will not only dive deeper into the origins of the joining, but will also expand on the broader universe of Pluribus. Expect to see more characters, more mysteries, and more philosophical dilemmas. Carol's struggle will intensify as she faces new challenges and moral questions, and the nature of the joining itself will be explored in greater detail. But beyond that, Season 2 promises to push the boundaries of the series' world even further, adding more complexity to the already multi-layered narrative. The creative team has promised that they are fully aware of the fan hype, and they're taking their time to deliver a second season that will meet and likely exceed expectations. But when can we expect it? As of now, there's no official release date, and filming has yet to begin. Given the careful development and writing process, it's likely we won't see Pluribus Season 2 until late 2027 or early 2028. But as Gilligan has often said, he won't rush perfection. Love, theories, and memes. As with any show that asks deep questions about humanity, Pluribus has spawned a rabid fanbase that's equal parts love, theory, and memes. There's a huge online presence, from Reddit threads to Twitter conversations, where fans speculate on the show's deepest mysteries. Some fans defend Pluribus with fierce loyalty, engaging in multi-page discussions about the philosophical themes explored in each episode. Others, notably those who aren't fond of the show's pacing, have been less enthusiastic, but even they can't deny the show's power to spark discussion. This ongoing dialogue between fans and creators has become a hallmark of Pluribus's success. Theories range from the far-fetched to the totally plausible, and fan art has taken over the internet. It's clear that Pluribus is more than just a TV show, it's a cultural phenomenon. So the real question is this: would you choose perfect happiness if it meant giving up who you are? Pluribus doesn't just entertain, it challenges you to sit with that discomfort, and Season 2 promises to push that idea even further. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more smart, story-driven breakdowns like this, make sure to like and subscribe.